Back here for another edition of the Manager Show. Jayce, Cicinelli, Sanchez, two of the broadcasters, talking again with Power Manager Casey Dill. And Casey, up to this point, your team has just, been winning a lot of games, 30-0 or 29-0, entering tonight, going for the 30th. And I mean, so far your goal has been met as far as trying to go undefeated, trying to go back-to-back in CPCL. How have you guys just been so successful? You've talked about the mindset, just not letting any game get too big and just continuing to try and win every ball.
Yeah, not every game has been an easy win. The 4th of July game was a very close game. We were down in that game for 7 innings of that baseball game. Came back at the end and ended up winning it 5-4. Game 2 on the road yesterday was not an easy game to win. It took a solo home run and an executed safety squeeze with the bases loaded, which is a tough play to execute. We won that game 2-1. So these games aren't easy wins. We were down by 4 runs going into the 5th or whatever it was last night. So we don't get too far ahead of ourselves. We do expect to win every day, but if we don't focus on what's right in front of us, winning each at bat, winning each pitch, winning each inning, and then winning each game, then we're not going to reach the goal that we want. So we're just taking it one play, one at bat, one pitch at a time.
Casey, one thing that I've been really curious to ask you about is the versatility of a lot of the guys on this roster. Each one of your outfielders has played all 3 spots. You have guys like Cody Kashimoto who have started in middle infield, now played some outfield. Your catchers are playing third base. How much of that is this team's needs right now as far as depth, and how much of that is you preparing them for the next level where they may have to play another position?
Yeah, well, I think it speaks to the caliber of athlete that we have on this team. If I didn't think these guys were great athletes, then I wouldn't put them into positions where I thought they weren't capable of playing. So the versatility of where I'm able to put guys on defense makes it really let me be creative to get the best bats in the lineup at the right time, make moves later in games, bring in pinch hitters, bring in pinch runners, bring in defensive substitutions. So the versatility of the entire roster has really made it fun for me to just be creative with how we go about winning innings and winning games, scoring runs, and putting guys in just the best position to be successful.
Now, going back to the 4th of July game, obviously with some injuries, you guys have had to call up some of the PSCL players, whether it's pitchers, whether it's guys like Bubba Thompson. How have they been able to just come in and just make a quick impact and really help their team out, whether it's giving you innings that you needed for shortage on pitching, or guys like Bubba Thompson when you're looking for guys around the left side of the infield?
Yeah, the PSCL guys we brought up have done great, and without those guys, we haven't won the last 3 or 4 games. So, I mean, I think it really speaks to the quality of player that we had in the PSCL this year, and then it really speaks to that, hey, us as a coaching staff made the right decisions on the guys that we brought up. Like I said, Bubba Thompson had a solo home run in Game 2 of that doubleheader on the road that was very important for the victory. I think he has 8 hits in the last 3 games, and of course, Alex Hawking and Ishmael Quintero just stepping up last night and putting up some quality zeros. Peyton Von Cannell pitched for us on the road. He threw that last inning of the 2-1 win. So Mike Gonzalez, he's been great for us all year. He's also a PSCL guy. So without those PSCL guys, who knows where we're sitting right now, after the last 4 games.
What does it say about the culture that you've built around here with the Power to say that these players that are going to their 3rd, 4th, 5th years of colleges can mix in with an Ish Quintero who hasn't even stepped on a college campus yet? Just speak a little bit about the culture that you've wanted to develop and really some of the guys that have tried to foster that as the season's gone on.
Yeah, we have our leaders. We have a great clubhouse, and I think it makes it easy when you bring in younger guys like Ishmael Quintero and they make them feel welcome. I've really had to be creative with guys to bring in this year. We've had to turn Rich Yamaviska into a pitcher, and he's just been phenomenal. We've had to call the Novus brothers out of retirement, and they've thrown some quality innings for us. So I think everyone in this locker room knows that I wouldn't be bringing guys in if I didn't think that they could help us win on any given night. And so making them feel just as much a part of the team and a part of the culture in this locker room is essential to all of our success, because it's taken every single guy that we've brought into this locker room. The guys that started here from day one, the guys that we've called up late, every single guy that's put on the Power roster this summer has contributed in winning at least one baseball game at some point.
Now, one player that I really want to touch on is Noah Blythe. Obviously, his 3rd year here, 3rd year that you've been able to coach him, and we've seen the hits that he provides, his complete package, the extra base hits, the way that he can just drive in runs. And now we've seen him obviously lead the yards 3 times in the past week or so. What just makes Noah such a good hitter and just a good guy to have around here in the locker room?
Well, he knows how to win here. I mean, even if you watch him play the outfield, he knows how to play. You know, when it's windy at night, he knows where to play when he's in right field. You know, and so he knows how to win here. He's been working with our hitting coach Sam DiMatteo a lot this year. You know, the 2 previous years he'd hit for high average. It was doubles, it was singles. He was still, you know, an anchor in the middle of our lineup, but he hadn't hit any home runs until this season. One of his home runs was the opposite field, which is you know, very hard to do, and I attribute that to all the extra cage time he's put in with hitting coach Sam DiMatteo. That's just those guys putting work in the cage, and Noah saying, hey, I want to learn how to hit for power. Sam giving him a plan and him executing it. That really marks the ability of a high caliber player when you're able to coach them and they're immediately able to apply it into a game.
Casey, 2-parter before we let you get out of here. You had a really cool moment a couple of weeks ago with the signing of Kyle Mosley, and he had to leave out the clubhouse. One of the coolest moments, I think, of the season for you. You talked about on social media how it's always one of the most fulfilling parts of your job. So the first question would be, what was it like having that conversation with Kyle and the response he got from his teammates? And the second part really would be, what can that do for the rest of these guys that have aspirations of playing at that next level and to see a guy who they've been playing with get that call?
Yeah, we want guys to come here because a professional opportunity is possible. And so to have that moment with a guy like Kyle Mosley, he came back this year after last year to get looks to sign professionally. That was his goal in coming here. I want those kind of players in the program. I want guys that want to seek professional opportunities and they realize that this is a platform and an organization and a coaching staff that can help them do that. So to have the guys see it happen, it's one thing for us to talk about it and maybe talk about players in the past that have came here and done that, but to have a guy that was in the clubhouse here with him every night, had already thrown some great ball games for us, guy they got to know very well, to have a guy like that do it around all these guys, that's something that all of these guys will remember. And if they're looking for professional opportunities when their college careers are done, I hope they all remember that moment and want to come back here and help us win a bunch of ball games and hopefully sign professionally as a result. So I love that moment, and to be able to help a good person, a good baseball player, a person that I know has put all of his heart and soul into baseball, to help someone like that follow their dreams, like that's more important than the wins. As much as you hate seeing a great pitcher go, but helping a person follow their dreams that deserves it and using this platform to do it is more important than winning every night. And hate to see him go, but I love seeing him have a lot of success where he's at right now.
And that will be all for the Manager Show. Jayce Cicinelli, EJ Sanchez here with manager Casey Dill.